actually pick up a little intensity just before making landfall. It hits that last little area of warm water. All right, here's the radar. Feeder bands now going across much of Carolina and actually already pretty far inland to Greenville and New Bern, and some bands already down to Wilmington. And this is this is the real problem because it's moving so slowly, it will keep generating feeder bands. And that's why we've seen the projection of rainfall anywhere from 20 to 30 inches along coastal North Carolina. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about the feeder band still pushing pretty far to the west. But in terms of the track itself, still on track to hit the Wilmington vicinity early in the morning on Friday, maybe 8 o'clock as a Category 2. And then it weakens pretty quickly, 85 miles per hour by the time we get to 2 p.m. tomorrow. And then by the time we get into Saturday morning or late tomorrow night, it is a tropical storm. But as I mentioned earlier, we get really fixated on the wind speed and what category it is. It's the rain and it's the storm surge that's going to cause most of the problem from this storm. It then accelerates and moves over Asheville and then really accelerates through the Ohio Valley and ends up in New York State by this time next Tuesday. In terms of rainfall for us the next couple of days, really not that much. I mean, one model has 1 inch, but everybody else way down there in terms of rainfall. So we're in pretty good shape, and I think most of that rain will actually fall tomorrow. We have a yellow weather alert in effect for tomorrow. Okay, storm surge, not quite, it's a forecast, not quite as bad as it was earlier forecast. Still 6 to 9 feet between Cape Lookout and Wilmington. Again, the inlets could still see storm surges of 12 feet. For us, we have a northeast wind, and that just means just 1 to 3 feet for us. And speaking of wind, Howie, let's take it away.
Yeah, those winds, Top, are really starting to pick up along the outer banks of North Carolina. We've seen some gusts. It's only gusting to 54 now. One of those feeder bands earlier, which produced a tornado warning, don't know if there were any tornadoes, but had gusts to 67. So we've seen it already higher with those maximum winds working their way closer and closer to the coast, but gusting to near 50 in New Bern and Jacksonville, Wilmington to 47, even toward Goldsboro, inland 44. The sustained winds, not quite to tropical storm force. We did see it a little bit higher earlier, but these numbers are going to pick up, I think, significantly over the next few hours. And down in South Carolina, some gusts over 30 in Myrtle Beach. Right now, that's an offshore breeze, but we think that may change depending on the exact track. Let's show you the forecast wind gusts, and this is a computer model. And even if they're a little high, the point is this is going to be a long duration storm because it's moving so slowly. So here we are Thursday at 7 o'clock. We'll take you out a few hours, and as the storm moves inland, we could be seeing gusts over 100 miles an hour toward Cape Lookout, Cape Hatteras, Wrightsville Beach, some of those areas. Even Friday morning, look at all these gusts over 60. That white area is 60 plus from Fayetteville back to Myrtle Beach even. So we're going to have to worry about that for Friday, even into the afternoon. This thing will slowly wind down. Topper showed you that it winds down from the hurricane to the tropical storm, but because the wind field is so broad, those winds, at least, are going to take some time to wind down as well. And even Friday evening, potentially still some gusts over 60 miles an hour. So top of this, unfortunately, while it has weakened, is still going to do a lot of damage here in the next couple of days.
Yeah, as you mentioned, even if those numbers are a little bit high, and we think they are, it's still going to be a monster storm. All right, in terms of rainfall, so we're going to take you through the next couple of days until Sunday at 7 o'clock. Not that much, and most of this falls tomorrow. We do have a yellow weather alert for Friday. Now, this is the European model. It still is taking the remnants of Florence back sort of a little closer to us than the official track, and that would produce anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain down toward either side of the I-81 corridor. That would not happen until Tuesday. We'll keep you posted on that. So, yellow weather alert tomorrow, showers and storms, wet on and off all day. Both commutes could be affected, as well as date-night plans. Some showers and storms Saturday, yellow weather alert, not a washout, and then afternoon storm possible on Sunday for the home opener, but most of those will be to the south of us. And then Monday and Tuesday, that depends on Florence. Then we finally dry out Wednesday and Thursday. A reminder, download our app. You can track the storm right along with us, along with radar, and of course, we'll push weather alerts to you as well. Bruce will be back right after this.
TT, is Ben Affleck out as Batman? And could Henry Cavill hang up his Superman cape? And racy Rihanna's tips to feeling sexy 24/7. Next TT.
Tonight at 7:30 on WUSA 9.